The amount of jewels that was dropped by Liza Rios in this Clubhouse audio is just insane. We talking clip after clip, video after video that can be made separately to really focus on what is being said. One of the things that was said was how NORE has been influenced by Fat Joe for a very long time. Liza speaks about the time she asked NORE to help with a benefit concert and he stated he couldn't because of Fat Joe. Man, roll the clip.
I don't really want to get into your personal like relationships with different individuals, but I'm like, for NORE, for instance, like you let him tell it any given chance he get a chance. Pun was his best friend, you know what I mean? So I'm like, so NORE is affected by Joe. You and NORE don't around because of Joe is what I'm getting ready to hear right now.
Yes, there was
That's crazy.
yes, it was years ago. Me, Nori come to the house. He was cool and everything. And then there was a time where, when Pun had passed away, I had got a deal with some company, some white company that we was trying to do a show, like for a not for profit, like raise money for like a not for profit for Pun. And I was doing a show, and the show was in Puerto Rico, and we asked Nori, we asked a lot of artists, and all the artists said no. And I thought Nori was like, oh, I can't because Pun because of Joe, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay. And then Ashanti was on it and DMX, and Ashanti also was called, and she tried to back out, but she really got paid and all that, so she couldn't back out the deal to perform in Puerto Rico. And DMX, may God rest his soul, he told me in Puerto Rico, he said, I got that phone call, right? I got that phone call not to come and fuck with you. He said,
Who? Me?
Pun was his man's. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of love for Pun. And basically he spit some of God's scriptures, and he said that he was gonna come through because DMX was the only person that stood up in that situation. But after that, like, no, there wasn't get any help from anybody.
And little Kim, you heard her.
Cool.
Little Kim, you heard her.
Who's calling me like
It's
that?
terrible work, man.
That ain't cool, Caddy. That's not
Nope,
like.
somebody's blowing her phone up right
Yeah.
now, trying to stop her. You see the end
That's
call?
nasty work, bro. That's nasty work, bro.
You see the call? See so much she keeps hanging
I
up.
see
They
it.
keep
Damn, Joey, can't believe you like that.
Now, what's crazy about this is that people been hating on Cuban and saying that he don't tell the truth. When I had interviewed Cuban previously after the whole I can't interview Cuban link NORE debacle, Cuban had said he was mad at NORE one time because Pun's family asked NORE to be on the Baby Pun album, and he said Joe told him not to do it. So, were you and NORE really close back in the day?
Was it close like that? It was cool. I got mad at NORE one time because, once again, situation with Baby Pun, which is Chris Rivers. You see how incredible artist he is, Pun's son. He started his career. Back in the days, he had a group called Three Down with Benzino's son. They didn't go far because, the Eminem and Benzino stopped it. But I remember that project. I was part of that. I was helping Lil Pun. And, Liza and, the Rios family wanted, artists that Pun with, like who Pun had love for, to be part of this. So, of course, I was part of it. Other rappers too. But she went to NORE and asked NORE to do a song with Baby Chris. He was 9 years old. And you know what NORE said? No. And he said no because Joe told him to say no. Pun's son at 9 years old. That's what NORE did. So I knew he was with Joe. When push come to shove, I knew he rocked with Joe. But NORE, if you rock with Joe, don't represent my brother, man, like that, brother. Don't ever fix your mouth and say Pun like that, then. If you are capable of denying his son, his only prince out here, when he was 9 years old, don't fix yourself and say that's your brother. What kind of fresh face shit is that? And that's where I'll be mad.
After this interview, there was a lot of people in the comments advocating for NORE, saying, why would he want to do a song with a 9-year-old? So I addressed this with Cuban during our interview after. You know what I found that was interesting was when you said that you got mad when Nori said that he didn't want to do the song with Baby Pun, right? And people were like saying, why would he want to do a song with a 9-year-old? And I was telling them that this is not just some regular 9-year-old. If you're saying that Pun is your brother, then that's your nephew. If Pun is your brother, then that is your nephew.
Exactly. That's your nephew, and that's the bloodline of your brother to continue, and he wants to take this on as his career. He wants to give it a shot. You, as a brother, as a twin, like you said, for the bloodline of his son, his only son, you supposed to do it with your family, like he's saying he is. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that Joe told him not to do it. The other brother. So there's two crazy brothers. One brother that's acting like a brother, you know, the whole novella brother, and then you got the other evil brother, the Cain, telling that nigga not to do it.
So my thoughts is that after Liza came out and said this, she brought validity to what Cuban has been saying. It's not the same situation, but the point is they have tried to talk to Nori about doing things together, and he turned it down because of his loyalty to Joe or whatever reason related to Joe. I wish someone would have asked her about doing the song with Baby Pun specifically, though. Maybe next time. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Put your thoughts down in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe and stay connected with Panda Chop News. Peace.